Hi friends, welcome. It's time for some creative ink. It's time to feel inspired. It's time to create, and it's time to share all these beautiful creations with others. So come on in and say hello. I'm Nancy Thompson. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Skaneateles, New York. And I love sharing creativity with you. So today we are making a simple and easy card with Stampin' Up's card sketch that's in our annual catalog, our 24 to 25 annual catalog on page 22. They have some awesome sketches to help guide you in creating. Let's make sure we get to see that. I'll show you when we're onto the desktop, okay? So today we're creating with a sketch. Sketch number 8 is what I'm calling it, and it is simple and easy. We're gonna do a simple version, and then we're gonna step it up a little bit more, okay, for you today. So let's get started. If you're joining in for the first time, I welcome you. I go live approximately 3 p.m. every Wednesday and Friday. Every Wednesday on Facebook and YouTube, and then Friday only on YouTube only. So come join me on any of those days and get inspired with some creativity. So let's get started. If you're joining in, say hello. Let me know where you're from if you're new to my channel. And make sure, if you're new, go and subscribe to my newsletter. That's where there will be, this card today will have a PDF tutorial in an upcoming edition for my newsletter. So you're gonna love it. So hi Donna, welcome. Okay, we've had kind of rain here today. It's a little gloomy and hot, so I was hoping we'd have some clear nights because the northern lights are supposed to be out and about, but we didn't see them. Jack saw like a shooting star on Monday night, but not the northern lights. So anyways, excuse me. Hi Colleen, welcome. Okay, let's get to my desktop. Hi Betty, welcome. All right, let's get rid of that. Oh, all of a sudden I got a little tickle. Hang on. Let me just wet my whistle there. Okay, so on page 22 of the 24 to 25 annual catalog are the sketches. It's not the first time we've used them, but we're going to use sketch number 8 today. Let's see if you can see it right there, okay? A simple and easy. There will be a PDF tutorial in the next newsletter, okay? So we're using that. Let me move that out of the way. We're also using my favorite Layering Leaves bundle. This is an absolute must to have in your stamping library, okay? Hi Gail and Kathy, welcome, welcome. I hope you are all well. Yes, we hope so too. And hopefully things are getting better for you, Betty. All right, so we're doing that. And then also, what are we using? We're going to be using, so this sketch can be used with anything. I'm just loving this Countryside Inn designer paper. And let's take a stop and talk about designer paper because Stampin' Up! Actually released this news a little bit early. So starting August 6th through the rest of the month of August, now this is where you can spend those bonus coupons if you want towards this, but designer paper in the annual catalog, most designer paper in the annual catalog is going to be on sale, 15% off. And I'll be sharing that in the newsletter as well, but you can see all the different collections, the Bright and Beautiful, Countryside Inn that we're going to use today, Country Lace, Country Woods, Full of Life, I love that one, Lily Pond Lane, I haven't used that and I got to force myself to use that there. The Mediterranean Blooms, this is a favorite too, of course, Perennial Lavender. And then Take to the Sky, Thoughtful Journey, To Market, Unbounded Beauty, and Wildly Flowering, and Winter Meadow. Now, Winter Meadow is in the annual catalog. It's a carryover. So if you're dying for some Christmas paper, don't forget about that. So most of them, I think they're all $10.62. So a little over, what, a $2 savings. So awesome deal right there. Okay, so if you haven't got a lot of the designer paper, now is a great time to grab some of that. Okay, so we're going to use the Countryside Inn. It's just a beautiful collection of Misty Moonlight, Balmy Blue, Boho Blue, and Night of Navy. So it gives you that blue on blue type of color scheme, okay? And is there anything else we're going to use? I think that's about it. So let's get started with our card. So what I've done is, so I've got some squares here, okay? Well, rectangles, I guess they are, that I've taken and I've already pre-cut. So I've got to arrange them that in a way that I think I'm going to like them on my card. I kind of had them laid out before, but I think things got a little messed up. So I think this is good. We're going to use 9 pieces, okay, because we're kind of following that sketch along. So if you happen to have your catalog, go check out page 22. So it will give you kind of an idea, okay, what it's like. All right. And the pieces that I've cut are 1 1/4 by 1 5/8, okay? All right, so I think that looks pretty good. And you could make them a little bit more monochromatic, you know, you could use cardstock if you want. You could even, I'm going to show you some where I've only used a couple designs as well. So I just kind of pulled from my scraps. So yeah, it is hot and humid here as well. So I think this looks pretty good, okay? We're going to start with a card base of Boho Blue. This is 4 1/4 by 11 inches, okay? It is one of our in colors. Yeah, what year? So this is 24. So this was 20, this is 23 to 25 in color, okay? So we're going to just simply start gluing these papers. I think I like this. So let's just go with this, I think. Yeah, I think that looks good. We're going to start with the 4 outer corners, okay? We're going to just take some of our liquid glue, our multi-purpose glue, and just start adding a little bit of glue. And I'm just going to try, I'm going to eyeball it. About 1/8 of an inch on these 2 sides here, okay? So let's do, so if you're doing directional pattern, you want to kind of pay attention to that as well as you're cutting your designer paper. All right, there we go. And then let's do the upper corner here. If you work kind of fast, if you just kind of plop them down a little bit, then if you really needed to adjust them, you could probably go back and adjust them a little bit. I like to keep turning my paper. I find I work better if I you know, look at it from a different perspective. Okay, I think that's looking good. So let's start with then we'll start filling in the other 2 sides. Okay, so this one, if this looks good right here, yeah, I think this looks good. My top row looks good. Let's go down to the bottom. So if you get the top and bottom rows going, then I think you're in good shape. And if it's not perfectly straight, you know what? I don't think anybody's going to really notice. Oops. Because some of mine aren't perfectly straight either. Okay, that one goes there. So I saved the middle one for last. So this one we want to kind of do side that way. And then let's do this one right there. As long as you try to get equal distance. And it's okay if one layer is a little bit farther apart than the other. All right. See how quick this is and how you can really use up these little scraps. All right. Oh, good, Gail. Oh, I'm sure. What a nice job. I love the Full of Life DSP. It is so bright and colorful. But in regarding designer paper, if you are loving a certain package, I highly recommend that you order on the first day because it is while supplies last. So if they run out of a package, it might not be back in before the sale is over with. So order early is all I can say. So we're going to take some Memento ink and we're going to use the word hello. And we're going to stamp it on one of our, yeah, what are these labels called? Stitched labels, I can't think of what the labels are. Stitch something. There's the word stitching. Okay, you could kind of like leave it like that, but let's just pop it up a little bit more, okay? Because I was playing with the punch. Let's pull in the punch because we got the bundle, right? So let's add a little bit of this on, okay? So I'm gonna put just a little bit of liquid glue. I've already pre-punched this out with Night of Navy and a little piece of foil. So, hi Pat, welcome. So let's just do this right there, and then let's add a silver foil piece as well. And this is a great way, this really uses up your scraps with this paper too. All right, okay, isn't that cute? Just adds a little bit of something to the card. And let me just zoom in a little bit more for you all. Okay, I went a little too much. Okay, isn't that just sweet, just doing that? Okay, let's add some dimensionals to this. Okay, and then we're going to take our next card, because I said we were making 2 today. So our next card, we're going to step it up even more, okay? This is what I was doing this morning. I should have been doing something else. I should have been writing a blog post, but I'm like, okay, let's just step this up a little bit more. And we're going to use this sketch. I think we're going to use this sketch again on Friday and do a little bit even more with it. Okay, what do you think? Let's add a little bit of bling to it. So let's add piece of this silver and white sheer ribbon. So let's just pop that on right there. Okay, I'll grab my scissors here and we'll just give it a little trim. This just adds enough bling, and then I think let's even bling it out a little bit more. Let's bring in some basic rhinestones. These are always my go-to. I like to keep a ton of these on hand because they just really make such a difference. Let's go up here. Okay, there we go. What do you think? Isn't that just so sweet and simple? But let's do the inside of our card. So I've already taken so let's see. So this is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I've just taken a piece of scrap, a 1/2-inch scrap of our designer paper, and added that already. But let's adhere these two together. All right. This is Night of Navy, so this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. So let's do this. So designer paper makes, you know, just using designer paper and maybe a label and some, you know, a punch label or a die cut label, that is crooked. Hang on. Really makes a simple and easy card. So so make some cards to give as a gift, and you can just even tie them up with some ribbon. So okay, look at that, easy peasy. You could do this with any of the designer papers that are gonna be on sale this next week. Yeah, it starts next week, right? Because the 1st is tomorrow. Woo! All right, so we're finishing that off with a envelope. So pretty, pretty, pretty. I love it. Okay, and I love that I've added this on. So let's look at a couple cards that, so if you're whoops, let's do this. So if you're dying, here's the host code, okay, for the month of July. It ends tomorrow. So if you're loving some of these, you could at least get the card bases or whatever for next week. There'll be a different host code for August, but But that's, if you need something now, that's a great place to go and order some of your supplies on in my online store and use the host code, because it's still bonus days where every $50 you get a $5 coupon that you can spend during the month of August. So don't forget about bonus days. And here's one in perennial lavender right there, and I just simply used, like, I was more in tune with the sketch and used a narrower label and just a couple simple gems for that one. Okay, this one's a favorite of mine. I love this lemon lolly with this paper. My team member Wendy, she uses it a lot with this paper, and I love it. Look at that little tiny scrap on there. You do not need a ton of stuff to really make, you know, to dress up the inside of your cards, okay? Use up all those little pieces. Okay, and then here's that full of life Gail was talking about right there. Simple and easy. And just pulling out a color, you know, to make your card base, whatever color is in the designer paper, which shows on the back of the package of designer paper, okay? And these are some little glassy dots that are in Melon Mambo, and that one's inside. This is a little bit wider. A Daffodil Delight card base there. I love all that color. And this one I just finished, okay, just before we went live. That's why I was a little late. I was finishing this. So here is the Unbounded Beauty designer paper right there, and I added the little punched outs there. Okay, so let's take this sketch and let's bump it up to a little bit more avid. Okay, so this one's kind of more a casual type of creating. Okay, and I'm so glad you guys love these. So okay, so what I've done is I took my rectangles here, okay, and let me see here. So I've already pre-matted them. So my cardstock is, because we're gonna kind of use the same dimensions here. So I've made my cardstock the same size as this. And then my designer paper, I bumped it down 1/8 of an inch, okay? So this is 1 1/8 wide by 1 1/2 wide, okay? And I had some perfect scraps that were 1 1/2 inches wide, and all I had to do is quickly go down through and cut off at 1 1/8. So this made it simple and easy. And then just matted them on my squares already. Okay, so let's kind of think about our design here. I don't know if I want more white or more of the navy blue. What do you guys think? So let's just kind of lay them out here and get a feel as to, do we want more white? And we're gonna do this on, maybe we should do this on here to get a better feel. We're gonna do it on a navy background, okay? So I'm thinking we want less navy and more white. Okay, so that's because there's so much navy in the background. I'm gonna wish I had done a different color, but I think this will look okay. Okay, I think we're good. Now I've got another one to use on another card. So let's go and put this together. So, okay. I know, isn't that lemon lolly gorgeous? So easy to cut ahead and assemble from. Yes, it is, Gail. Just prepping all your, once you figure out the design, then if you need to make a ton of cards, you just go and do all your cutting and then sit and assemble. Production is great. And that's what I've been doing with some cards lately, because I'm getting ready for a vendor show in September. So so I'm trying to get things made. It's slow going. Okay, so let's adhere this. Now Friday, we're going to take this this sketch and step it up. So I think you guys are going to be amazed what we're going to do to step up this sketch a little bit more, okay? I want to play around with it a little bit more, because I might change my mind. So, okay, you love the colors. Hi, Linda, welcome. Hi, Shirley. Okay, let's give this a little twirl so I can see my corners a little better. There we go. I feel like this needs to give a little bit of a twirl. Okay, I think that looks good. So let's put the rest of these down. I think you guys are going to have to tell me if you like the matting or not, okay? Give that a twirl. There we go. I can't believe it's August 1st tomorrow. Holy macro. It's like the end. Summer's halfway over. I mean, we've been enjoying it, but boy, it could go a little bit slower, I think. Okay, one more to do. And then, oops, that gave it a little swirl. So what do you think? I like the matting. I think it really steps it up. But it's a little bit more work too. All right, look at that. So while we're at it, let's just get the inside. So I've done the same thing with the inside, okay? Basic white and boho blue cardstock. So let's do that. Here we go. All right, that looks sweet right there. So let's add our greeting. Let me see here. I know I've got more. Oh, here we go. Let's grab our die cut. Okay. All right, we're going to grab the word hello again, because then I can use this card for anything. There we go. There we go. Cover that up. And let's add our little embellishments. We've got our little layered leaves punch here. Give that a little pop on. Let's do the silver here. Okay, where did the whole, I know, Betty. I like the matting, but twice as much work. It is, but the effects, I mean, it's not bad. It's a great way to use up, because I just pulled from my scrap bin too, my scrap folder, for the boho blue. I didn't have to cut any cardstock. I just pulled from my scrap. So doing the squares, and it doesn't take long, you know, to cut them. So it's a great way to use up your scraps as well. All right, we need some dimensionals. And I think I'm only going to put one down here because, well, maybe two. Because it does get a little bulky there. All right. Let's just add this. I mean, you could go down here. What do you guys think down here? Should we go here or up here? Let me know. And I'm going to grab a ribbon, okay? Anybody got a comment? Let's grab a glue dot here for our bow. Where did... Thanks, Linda. I'm glad you love the colors. Let's just pop this on. Okay, anybody got a preference? Hi, Carol. Welcome. Hi, Deb. Yes, where have you been? All right. You know what? Let's be different and let's put it down here. Okay. I think that looks great. Look at that. So this is also a sketch that I shared in my demonstrator community last weekend. Which one did I share with them? I shared this one with them. So they all loved that. They voted on that one. So, but I haven't shared these yet because I wanted to share with you guys first. So I might go back and share them. All right, what do you think? Isn't that sweet? Do you love it? So which one do you prefer? The plain Jane or the more avid one, okay? Let me know in the comments which one you liked. that one. All right, let me just clean off my desk again and show you the other samples again. So I've got one more idea to share with you. So this is with the boho blue background and navy. I think I kind of like this one better. This one's a little dark, but maybe if I had chose different pieces of designer paper, I might be happier. Or maybe if I'd done Misty Moonlight card base as well. So you just play around and make the card again, you know, in a different way. So who knows, maybe I'll play around and make some more cards to share with you. You like it on top, Betty? Sorry. All right, so you like the one on top. Yeah, so it could go either way. So okay, everybody, I so appreciate you. So make sure if you come back on Friday to see what I do with this sketch and make it even more avid for you, okay? All right, so let's just pop in the other cards here. So we've got the Mediterranean, we've got the Unbounded Beauty, the Full of Life, and the Perennial Lavender. So, whoops, I gotta show you the desktop. That would be good, right? And then let's zoom out so you can see all of them. There we go. Okay, so leave me a comment on which one you love the most, and make sure to share this with your friends as well. So, and come back and give me some hearts and love to let me know that you love today's video. So did I put bling on this one? We did not. So let's add a little bling on there before we say goodbye. And there we go. And I don't think you can see my desktop anymore. So there we go. Okay, it looks better with some bling, right? There we go. Okay, everybody, have a great couple of days. And all right, and have an awesome couple of days. And we will see you again on Friday. Thanks so much.